booties in town. Woo! That was a fun one. All right, let's try it. Let's see this. Let's see how this goes. Wouldn't watch the show. Okay, Bojack. I feel like Bojack should be last. Why is Bojack the first character? Well, let's see all our options. We got wouldn't watch the show if they weren't in it. Wouldn't watch the show if they were. Show wouldn't be the same without them. The show's better. No, you know what? Let's make this easier. Boom. It's that easy. S rank, A rank, B rank, C rank, all them ranks. Ranks on ranks on ranks. It's that easy. Bojack. Now Bojack is an asshole. He's disgusting. But by the end of the show, he develops. He becomes an adult and in many ways learns from his mistakes. I think Bojack should get A. B for Bojack. Go for Bojack. He's fucking hilarious too, man. He is hilarious. He was a stand-up comedian first, and then he went on to do other things that weren't funny. Horsing around was pretty funny, but then shit just hit the fan with that. Then the Terrier movie was because he wanted to be in that. The other thing was because he somehow managed to fail upward into that. But by the end, he really did become somebody. Let's go with S rank. Princess Caroline. Princess Caroline. Princess Caroline, throughout the story, gets her daughter. She fucks over Frank, was his name, was the rat guy. She fucks over him hard. Gets the baby. She ain't that fun anymore, man. By the end of the show, she gets with Judah. Judah's cool. I like Judah a lot. Is Judah here? Judah's probably here somewhere. Got his glasses. I trust it. I'd say Princess Caroline and her backstory of her mother somewhat abusing her, begging her to stay, even though she needed to grow up. And being obsessed with Bojack, I'd say she is a B. No, actually she's the funny, cool one. She does a lot of alliteration. I'll give her an A. She has her failures, her failures, but she's growing from them. Hopefully, we see that in our own perspective. I haven't seen that. Todd starts off as a top tier character. Definitely starts off as a top tier, but by the end of it, he becomes kind of a nuisance. I do like his character design. I like how basic it is. He just wears a jacket and a beanie. The unkept facial hair. Like his age, even though you don't know his age. He can be funny too. Oh my god, the episode where he finally said no to coming to the concert and playing the triangle. I forgot the name of it, but he was doing everything at once. He was doing too much at once. That was a great episode. He finally said, "Fuck it, no." I'll give him an A with Princess Caroline. The one that died. God, what's her name? Something with Sarah Lynn. Sarah Lynn was her name. Fuck yeah, Sarah Lynn. Sarah Lynn. As a character, was basically just a throwaway. I feel as if she could have done so much more. They could have done so much more with her. I'm saying this from the perspective of if I'm in the world. She does die and pushes Bojack to become a better person. Her death is seen as something important, a tipping point in Bojack's life, because it was by his hands. However, the episode where she wakes up in the morning and it's just like, all right, I'm this month sober and I'm not gonna do anything wrong for the day. And immediately, as soon as Bojack says, "Let's go on a binge," she's like, "Yep, fuck everything," and then immediately gets drunk and does drugs. This is over an exaggeration, definitely an over exaggeration of the spiral into becoming an addict and breaking your sobriety. And she really wanted to kill herself. Give her B. B for bad. I don't mean any of this, by the way. What is her name? Wanda. Wanda the Owl. She had a really funny thing with Bojack. She was pretty cool. In terms of being the best of the girlfriends, I'd say she was the better of them all. Princess Caroline is the best. The best of the best. I want to put her in A. She didn't last too long. The episode with the underwater, though. The underwater where Bojack was trying to get to her and give her the sorry note. Understandably, she was upset at him. Very funny. I liked how her reaction with Todd. Every time she saw Todd, she was like, "Who is this boy with the handsome face? Somebody get this boy with a handsome face a nice cup of something." You know, just she was pretty funny. I'd say she was very funny. I liked her. We're gonna go based on funniness. Yeah. I stand by Sarah Lynn. She was not that funny. As much as her death affected so many things, she wasn't funny at all. She was just kind of stupid till she died. The first time you meet her, bro, she fucking... Because, what's his name? Fucking actor guy. Breaks up with her at the mall. I think she stabs herself, something like that. It was fucking crazy. Diane. Diane becomes a little chunky by the end of the show, and that adds some points. I like them chunky. We like them chunky around here in Kami Kang Land. We support that. She was goated in many ways. She was goated. She did go out as a burning flame. But in her funniness scale to me, her stupidity overblew. I'll put Todd at the bottom of the A tier. Bottom of the A tier, because he's the funny at the start, and then not funny towards the end. Maybe a high B. I give some respects to these funnier women. We never got to Diane. Diane. Funniness of Diane. She was very throughout the show, bro. Whenever she was like with her friend at the table, the first time she was with her friend at the table, I forgot her friend's name. She was like, "God, I hate how no one is paying attention to anyone else anymore," says Diane. And then her friend's like, "Oh, well, that's how it is here in Hollywood. Anyway, this is what's happening in my life." And then Diane's like, "No, you don't get it. You don't get it. No one understands me." And just cuts her off. Cuts her friend off. Diane's just a bitch throughout the entire show. In the beginning, she was great. First season, she was great. But she goes on her own little thing. Funniness. She's not that funny to me. She was very serious whenever those episodes would come up. She was very feminist. But she was also funny whenever she was with Bojack. That one time where she came back from Afghanistan or something. That was the only time I would say I liked her. She was not that funny. I'll put her in C. She'll be the first of C. Mr. Peanut Butter. Mr. Peanut Butter, bro. He was a good one. I think Mr. Peanut Butter was a great character. What is this, a crossover episode? I love that catchphrase. He says it in the first episode, and he says it every time. He's up there with Bojack. I'm sure this is going to make a lot more sense. These guys are basically comedians. They deserve to be up there. This guy, oh, man. Every time he was on screen, I love when he would stick things and break them. And, oh, he sounded like Morty. He sounded like Morty before Morty. He was the original Morty. Which one came first, Morty or him? I wonder. I'd say S rank for sure. But out of respect for the other guys, because these are actual comedians, he was just a bumbling idiot. He was just, and he also, just like Todd, stumbles his way up to the ranks, you know. But then he does some dumb shit. I remember he sold his company to a basketball group, or at least he hired basketball players to be in his company. But that doesn't make any sense. Whatever. His character doesn't make any sense. He's fucking stupid to be on camera all the time. I don't remember her. I think we should make a separate thing for I don't remember characters. Let's make F instead of E, because E is not really a grading thing. Do not remember. Boom. I don't remember her. Do you remember her? Barely even see her face already. Comment on the side if you remember her and tell me what her name was. Whoever's watching currently. Chat. I'm gonna refer to you guys as chat. Refer down below or whatever. This guy, penguin dude. First of all, penguin. That's bonus points. I like penguins. Penguins are my favorite. Now, as a character, he was funny, very funny. We sold the business to this because we expected you to do this, but overall, it was not a good idea. I need to get my family to this place. But he was just like that depressed guy who's trying to make light of every situation. I'd say he was a B. Not as funny as Todd, but maybe funnier than Sarah Lynn, in my opinion. Maybe I need to rewatch the Sarah Lynn episode, the very first one. Judah and his Judah was funny. I like Judah. I like him a lot. I saw some characters down there that I can't wait to talk about. Judah, he was pretty funny. That he was very serious all the time. Like Carolyn said, you were the best worker I've ever had, and then he was like, the ever is implicate. You do not really need to say that, but thank you. And then he rides off on his on his bike. You know what? I give him an A. He was better than Todd. Todd was there for a long time, okay? So he had many moments to prove himself, but many of the time he was just a bumbling idiot. Judah didn't have too much time on camera, but every time I was happy to see Judah. I was always happy to see Judah. So fuck yeah. Fucking love Judah. She was annoying. She wasn't even funny. The episode where she had to sing, I'm sorry, I was cringing. Apologize. Least favorite girl that he ever dated. Just because she was an art major. And she got really close to marrying him. Because Bojack was an idiot. I remember her, but I don't really care to talk about her. She was basically a side character. This guy. I have to go to the business. I'm working at the business today. The job. And Princess Caroline believing that this is a real man and not three boys in a trench coat. That joke was my favorite joke. Favorite character, S rank. Best character. It was great. It was great. Is there a difference between him and how he's dressed now and before? They got him in the final episode where he was really scary. I don't remember him overall. I do remember him when he had cancer for like 2 seconds. He wasn't that funny when he was on screen. That didn't seem too much. He was a great inspiration to Bojack. I give him a D. This guy, I'm a Ryan Seacrest type. Yeah. Yeah. No. Worst character. Not funny. Villain. Hated her. Forgot her name. Anna something. Anna Spagata or something like that. This was the guy that broke her heart. This was the guy that broke what's his heart. Fuck. I don't believe. And he was touching himself like this the entire time. Just like posing in every just thinking about him. I will put him as B below her because he's the one that spiraled her into insanity. So fuck him, whoever it was. Don't remember her. Oh, is that her friend? The clown. Yes. The clowns were fucking awesome. I loved her specifically. She just did not look like she needed to be there, but she was the most qualified of all clowns, with her glasses and her ponytail. Just that feature alone. No makeup. No full white makeup. Just the red on face. And then she had little like bubble cheeks too. It was pretty funny. She was always funny to be on screen. Oh, what's her name? Trench coat kid, dude. The trench coat kid, easily top tier for sure. That episode brings fucking joy to me. I forgot her name. I watched the whole compilation of her the other day. Worth it. It was so funny. She definitely is one of the funnier ones. Before she robs the fucking bank, bro, she goes off the chain there, off the fucking rail. We'll put her in A, low A. Above Judah. She was okay. She made me laugh when she was on screen. This guy, he died autoerotic asphyxiating. He's the only character in history that I know actually died of autoerotic asphyxiation. D. Not very funny. Just the autoerotic thing was not cool. Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Remember Doctor Who? Doctor Who. Every time he was on screen, they did that Doctor Who joke. Yeah, you remember Doctor Who? And he's like, Doctor Who? Yeah, Doctor Who. No, Doctor Who. You mean Doctor Who from the BBC show? Not BBC Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Doctor Who. And they're just like, who's Doctor Who? And like, the Doctor Who's the Doctor. Yeah, I love Doctor Who. Doctor Huu. Don't remember you. Don't remember you. Do remember you. She was okay. She was a good character. Wasn't funny. She was a great character to Todd. C. Below Diane. He was terrifying. Fuck, what is his name? The guy who directed Wilbur. What a weird name for a show. Just Wilbur. Oh, Doctor Who? Doctor Who? Nah, this guy passed off him. I do remember him. We'll give him an F. It was just creepy. I felt like if the show didn't do well, he would kill everybody on set. She wasn't funny. She was very much a villain. Who's this guy? Oh. What's his name? Harry Potter. Not Elijah Wood. That was the joke, though. Like, who's your favorite character who played in Harry Potter? And he was like, Elijah Wood. And then they failed the game, but he was pretty funny. I give him a B. Oh, this is the Russian Todd. His episode is pretty funny. Give him a high C. We're gonna speed round real quick. Oh, this was Pete Repeat. I like Pete Repeat. Pete Repeat was so fucking hilarious. This is back when he was a kid. He's like, did you guys get that? I repeated that because that's my thing. I'm Pete Repeat. Is this future Pete Repeat? No, this is the guy who was the Bojack's sister. Dated him for a minute or whatever. Don't really care for this one. Don't really care for this guy. Oh, who's this dude? Oh, that's the husband of the elk girl. He was pretty funny. Knew his relationship wasn't going well. We'll put him in the C rank. Yeah, he was funnier than Diane. I was happy to see him on screen. No. Oh, she was a villain. She was definitely a villain, but she was she was a villain. She did not need to show up. She was trying to get Mr. Peanut Butter to become the mayor for her own benefit using Mr. Peanut Butter. Mr. Peanut Butter knows better, but he didn't care. He still isn't smart, but he's working on it. Who was this guy? No. Didn't really care to see Todd's dad. Todd's dad was a weird character. This guy or girl, I'm not sure. The voice was very strange on this character. However, the character himself was very funny. I've got this song about love or something, and I'm not sure if people would like it. And she was like, I think people would think it's cool or something like that. It's like, really? Yeah, you know what? I give him a B. He's pretty good there that season. She sucked. This guy was weird. Nah. Was she funny? Bojack's sister? Nah. She was okay. Not better than Diane. Diane's funnier than her, I would say. Diane would try. She was just being like a refreshment for Bojack. Towards the end, I stopped liking him. Buttercup or whatever his name was, Mr. Buttercup, Bojack's dad. Not funny. Complete asshole. Fuck him. This guy sucked too. Oh, you know what? Bojack's dad in F. This was the director, the new director. D. Put him in D. He was pretty funny because he talked like an actual fish. She talked in alliterations once. The mammoth lady. I will put her above Diane because she actually made an effort to be a character. Diane was just, what's her name? That cartoon character. It'll hit me later. This character, I remember her. The whole sex thing, weird. Not funny at all. Actually, very bad. Actually, you know what? She listed off some pretty funny pornos that she was in. I can't recall them off the top of my head, but her episode was pretty funny. She's better. She's not a villain. This is the villain down here. The villains of the show. I didn't really care for. She was quite a villain. She was not funny. She was a villain. Yeah. Mr. Peanut Butter's brother. Mr. Peanut Butter's brother. Was he funny? Maybe a bit. He wasn't like too funny, you know. He was really depressing when he was gonna die. I think C's good for him. C's good for him. He's not funny at all. I don't remember you. I don't remember this cat guy. Cow lady. She showed up a couple times whenever they were at the diner. I remember when Todd donated his. I remember this episode. He paid for his meal with $4 million or $3 million, and then tipped her the actual price. He had it backwards, and then she showed up again with a fucking crown, a pimp cane, diamond necklaces, diamond rings. She's pretty funny. For a character that just showed up like a couple times, I'd give her. She's better than Todd. Say that for sure. She was funny. This guy sucked. Not a villain, but just not a funny. Bojack's long lost uncle. It wasn't really funny. Although a good character, not a villain. Put him in D. This guy sucked. He was definitely a villain. Not funny at all. That was the hamster guy who was Princess Caroline's producer, I think, or manager at one point. Princess Caroline's mom. Definitely a villain. Not funny. This guy got drunk. Yes, he was funny. He got drunk one time and gave up on being a therapist. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, he's a funny character. We're putting him in better than the milk lady. Just thinking about him. I put him in A. Low A. Better than Pete Repeat. Or lower than Pete Repeat. Fly Guy. Not funny. But not a villain either. He had his own thing going. But he was funnier than that guy. Officer Meow Meow. Officer Meow Meow. Oh my god, I love Officer Meow Meow. First of all, he's a cat. He's a cat. That automatically gets him in the A rank above below Princess Caroline. Already. But is he S rank worthy? Is he S rank worthy? Diane goes to Afghanistan and hated it. Yep, I remember that. Yeah, you're right. She hated it, dude. Who wants to go to Afghanistan? Fuck that place. Because that was her next scoop. Officer Meow Meow. I remember the episode when what? I'm trying to figure out. The chicken. The chicken escaped the farm. And Todd decides to call this chicken his new lover. Just to get her out of encapsulment of jail or whatever. But the policeman comes and finds out. What's your favorite song? Beck. Beck. I'm like, oh, I like Beck too. Her name is Becky. Her name is Becky. Yeah. Okay, he's definitely an A rank, not an S rank. Very funny. I loved him. I'm all great. Oh, her dad, not really funny. Quite a villain actually. He just had temper issues. That's all I remember about him. He's a little low villain though. He's not too important. This guy, he had a lisp. I guess he's not a villain, but he's not good either. I did not like this character. Not gonna lie. He wasn't even funny. He was who's the actor? In Atlanta. He's that guy, the wild card of the group. And then he's the main guy in the movie. Sorry to bother you. He was the main guy in that one. He was in that Kid Cudi movie. Although he wasn't funny, man. He's just a guy. Chicago this, Chicago that. He was always like Chicago style everything. Never showed his son to Diane until she had to ask. What a dick. What a douchebag. Hippopotamus. What's his name? Hippocritus Hippopotamus or something like that. He wasn't funny. He was quite a villain, actually. He was funny for a point, but very much villainous for many. Who are you? What he said to Diane one time. I am a hippo fucking potamus or something like that. Ooh, not funny at all. But not a villain. That's what's her name's mom? She got lobotomized. What the fuck, man? This show's crazy. The baby. Baby ain't even funny. There was one episode where I thought, damn, the baby was a good inclusion to the show. It was Mr. Peanut Butter and his new girlfriend, the waitress, when they were having that surprise birthday party, and everybody was trying to hide from them, and then the baby, they needed to get the baby, but the baby wanted to do some weird shit and was just flying around the room, like some Tom and Jerry stuff. That's a B. I give that a B. Very funny, baby, but not funnier than these adults. You're a baby. You can't be that funny. This guy sucked. This guy was definitely a villain. He had a couple of alliteration stuff, so I guess he's better than her. She's the worst of the worst, and he's better than him. She's the worst. What's his name? Quentin Tarantula, like Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantula. His name was pretty funny. Didn't like what he did to Todd's space movie though. I'm gonna put him in C. What was her name? Pickles. Her name was Pickles, and she was pretty funny. It's really stupid though. Stupid as Todd. Todd was funny stupid. She was just stupid sometimes. I give her a D. She was fucking hilarious. Pork, whatever her name was, from season 5 when they were trying to figure out, or what was it, season 6? They're trying to figure out Bojack's past before they figured it out or something like that. I will put her in Sizzle. C Sizzle. No, she's funnier than Todd. She was funnier. The way she spoke, even though she wasn't from whatever country or area she was from, she was committed to the bit. This guy sucked. Not a villain though. He sucked though. Frog dude, pretty funny. Pretty funny frog dude. Pretty funny frog dude. Twin tarantula. Oh, the pissed off Neil, the Navy SEAL member. The SEAL the SEAL from the Navy SEAL named Neil. Oh, that's what it was. One more time for my audio listeners. The SEAL from the Navy SEAL named Neil. He was pretty funny. Neil the Navy SEAL Neil. Wait. Neil the Navy SEAL SEAL. Just his name on its own. Put that man in A. So Todd, and then her name was Maud. She was just as interesting as Todd. Actually, no, she was funnier than Todd. She was more there put together than Todd. Todd was ADHD having, autism having, just an interesting character. She was interesting and smart. And you know what smart people are? You know what funny people are? They're very smart. He was awesome. The whale guy, Tom, I think his name was. I'm thinking about the Tom's Tots or something like that. Tom Stotts. Put you in A. Oh no, he villain. Definitely a villain. Spider Girl, speed round. She was D. It wasn't funny at all. The whale dude, the whale villain guy. He was a villain, but he was very funny. Bear. The only thing she did was all the time. He was funny, also a villain, but funny, because he was doing it all for the clout, and I kind of live for that. C character. Terriot, not funny. In fact, a very serious guy. Put him in D. Not a high D though. High D. A dolphin girl who had her own TV show, and then the abortion song. The Miley Cyrus clone. See, he was funny. He was a turtle. He was always slow, but he was direct, slowly direct. Put him in B. Put him in B. Above them all. He was the funniest. And his voice, he was the voice for the guy from Portal 2. Classic. Marcus Johnson was his name. This guy, this girl, she was a liberal girl, something like that, liberal rat girl. It was what's the name of her business? It was Quiche, I think it was. I don't know. This guy, oh my god, when he got his new hands, high five, low five, shadow puppets. He was just so happy he had new hands. He was like, could a man with no hands do this? And then he had the claw hands. Oh my god, I love this guy. And he never got mad. He was always happy. Let's put him in S rank. He was up there. He was up there with Mr. Peanut Butter. Yeah, those guys were like a dynamic duo. She wasn't that funny. She was not that funny. Nah, she was funnier than her mom, though. I will say that. Her mom was not funny. This was the girl. This was the girl. Every time she was trying to tell Diane about her day, Diane would interrupt. She's like, God, I wish people would be more interested in hearing other people's story. And she's like, you're so right. Anyway, today I did this. And then she was like, no, shut up. I'm Diane, and I need to tell you about my day because Bojack did this, you know? It's better than Diane. Better than Diane. Very funny. Give her her flowers. She deserves it. Oh, these two. I'm going to have to do them in pairs. We have to do these two in pairs because they're basically the same person, but they don't even know they're siblings. They had an episode where they took out their necklaces and they're like, we're both orphans, and if we had found a separate orphan half, we were supposed to connect our orphan necklaces. And then like, yeah, no one showed me theirs before. No one even has one. And they're like, whatever. It's so strange how your necklace looks exactly like mine, but the opposite. And as if it were fitting puzzle pieces. And they never connected it. Never connected it. Very funny characters. Just stupid people, but much like It's Always Sunny. They're stupid to a good cause. Stupid to a good cause. B rank. Oh, this is the baby woman. No. Sucked. Villain. Get this baby out of me before anyone else when Princess Caroline. I'll waste your time. This guy was supposed to be a villain. Not really a villain, just a guy. She wasn't funny at all. D rank. This guy sucked. For sure. True villain. This guy was also a villain. Not funny at all. Boom. Look at this goddamn tier list. It's a big ass tier list. I'm proud of this. I think our S rank really proves the kind of humor we like. That stand-up comedy stuff. The random shit. Visual comedy. Name comedy. Doctor Who. Oh my god, it's such a good name. It's like Phoenix Wright, dude. Phoenix Wright, there's so many characters in that game where the names are something to a nod to. There's a guy named Sal Manella. First name Sal, last name Manella. Sal Manella. Doctor Who. Great characters. And Bojack overall is a great show. And if you haven't seen it, I know you watching right now. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's on Netflix. All 6 seasons. Best show I've ever seen in a long time. Yeah. I'm going to save this. Download image. I'm very hungry. I think I'm going to play a video game when I get back from eating lunch. See if I can do it on my laptop. I'm going to do it on YouTube. So if anybody wants to follow me there, it's YouTube right over here. The KK Experience. KK's Experience is the name of the challenge, but you know you got to do the ads now. Thank you for the hang. It's your boy Kami Kang. Signing out. Bang bang.